Everyone, welcome to Megarasa. It's great you're watching. I'm Mega, and today I am making Sambal Goreng Udang with Peteh beans. Yes, my dear neighbor has these beautiful shrimp were given. He has a very nice fish shop on Bankastraat in the Hague. See on the table is what it's called. So yes, do you want to know how I make it? Keep watching. We are going to start now, and I will show you what the ingredients are. We have here 2 small tomatoes. Yes, they are quite small, so I took 2. I have a lombok here, or Spanish pepper. I also have shallots here, garlic, as well as fermented shrimp paste, and bay leaves, the lemon leaves, and also some galangal. And then I have sugar, salt, and some oil for frying. And here I have pita beans, and of course the delicious shrimp from France from my neighbor Marine. Now let's start with the shrimp. I have here the beautiful shrimp. Look, they look so beautiful. We are going to clean them up. Today we are just going to do everything. Cook with the shells, but if you don't like them, you can simply, of course, just use peeled ones. Buy shrimp. So you can also just get them from the fish specialist. And what I also... Meadle, what about those long... Yeah, what is it? Yeah, mustache, let's say. I'm just going to cut it. Let me show you that. I usually cut that off. And then usually the front is also a bit sharp, also cutting. And here. So at the tip, it is also quite sharp. And I will cut that as well. But yes, this is optional and therefore does not have to be. But I do that. And what I always do is, sometimes you see a black line here, slightly, that is of course the intestinal tract. And sometimes it can happen that if you do not remove it, it's a bit, how do I say this? A bit sandy, a bit grainy. And yes, that is of course the intestinal tract of the shrimp. So you actually just want to clean that. Get rid of it, and what I usually do is just grab a toothpick or a satay stick, and then you go in between the shell of the shrimp. You will engage with it for a moment and then try to carefully grab the intestinal tract. Look, I got it in one go. This is how you clean that. And then you look here. If you think, oh, I see there. If there is still a black stripe, you can remove it. But you can also cut it back, of course. I don't really feel like doing that today, so we're going to clean it like this. Well, I'm going to do this. Just to repeat, and I have about 500 grams of shrimp, so I have a bit of work to do. So this is the last one. You see those 2 strands here? So I am just going to cut this just a little bit. And then here at his head, let me think about it. Maybe I should just turn it just a little bit more. It is quite sharp and hard. I am going to cut it. And then actually cut for his eyes. And then yes, you can also perhaps cut the legs. Well, it's not that long, so perhaps maybe I can just trim it a bit. But I think it's fine like this. Okay. Then I will rinse it off and continue. shrimp are ready. And then just continue with the spice mix. But before that, if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video so far, click on the like button, of course. Give a thumbs up, and I would really love that very much. I really appreciate it. We will continue with the spice mix. I have the shallots here, and I will chop them smaller. I have 5 shallots in total. Making them more finely chopped will make it easier in the cooking process. Blend in the food processor. Then I have here garlic cloves, 2 pieces. And then I actually have the shrimp paste. Shrimp paste is fermented shrimp paste. Shrimp paste, a fermented condiment made from ground shrimp, salt, and other ingredients. And yes, it adds a stronger flavor and umami to your dish. So that is super delicious. It does smell quite strong, so you have been warned. And then I have here 2 small tomatoes. Just cut off the crown. Normally I use a large tomato, but because these are 2 small ones, I thought they can just both go in. And here I have the Spanish pepper. To make it less spicy, I will remove the seed membranes. This actually makes a pepper spicy, so you can remove it, but be careful. I'm doing it now with my bare hands, but some people can't handle this, they just wear gloves. But if you do it with your bare hands, be cautious. And certainly be careful not to get it in your eyes. It can rub off, or at least it will end up on your face, because that is of course very sharp. All right, everything is fully prepared and set to go. We have ensured that all necessary steps have been completed, and now we are ready to proceed with the next phase. Please confirm if you are ready to move forward. I will gently and slowly warm up my pan, and carefully And here I have some oil for frying, which is essential for cooking various dishes. It looks like it's already warm and ready to use for frying. And then we add the galangal, the kaffir lime leaves and Indonesian bay leaves. We will gently saute this until you can smell all the wonderful aromas and it becomes slightly more drier, and slowly. Now you can still see that it is a bit wet, and then it becomes a bit drier and the To achieve the perfect presentation, the color of the sauce should be adjusted to a slightly darker shade. This adjustment is crucial as it ensures the sauce complements the overall dish beautifully. Once we have achieved the desired color, which should be rich and appealing, we can then proceed to the next step. This involves carefully adding the shrimp to the pan, making sure they are evenly distributed and cooked to perfection. The spice mix is now a bit drier, so we can add the shrimp. The color is a nice red. We will stir this now. Until the color of the shrimp changes, and cook it gently over medium heat for a few minutes. Then it becomes a nice pink. By the way, I also forgot to mention at the beginning of the video is the coconut milk. I forgot that. That will go in shortly as well. I'm going to open it up now. Stir the shrimp occasionally to ensure even cooking and prevent them from sticking to the pan. This will help them cook evenly and enhance their flavor. The shrimp are not fully cooked yet, but I am currently adding the delicious and aromatic peteh beans in. Yes, peteh beans are actually a legume, but it is quite large. And yes, you can see it. It is a kind of almond, because this is how it in reality truly comes together. But since you have indeed been taken out, then they are open, just like an almond actually. The peteh beans that are sold in Indonesia in very large bundles. You will absolutely surely love it in Indonesia. They will grill it. Set it up like this or use it in vegetable stew. It's super delicious. But yes, it is. Well, just like garlic, it does smell quite strong after you've eaten it. So you have been warned. Don't eat too much. Afterwards, you won't be able to kiss. And now I add the coconut milk. In this step of the recipe, I carefully measure out exactly 1 teaspoon of salt, which is a crucial ingredient for enhancing the flavor of the dish. Salt, as we know, is not only a seasoning, but also plays a vital role in balancing the taste and bringing out the natural flavors of the other ingredients. Therefore, I make sure to add precisely 1 teaspoon to ensure the dish turns out perfectly seasoned. And a teaspoon of sugar for flavor or smack. You can immediately smell the peteh beans. I think this is a very tasty combination with the absolutely delicious shrimp. This is really a classic shrimp with peteh beans. But if you do not like peteh beans, or if you are not particularly fond of them, you can of course also replace it with, for example, sugar snap peas, or green beans can of course be used as well. It just makes the dish feel cozy when you see it. You can just see what it is. Light green with that pink. Yes, I think it just looks really nice. We are going to stir this. Just taste. This dish is incredibly delicious, with a perfect balance of flavors that tantalize the taste buds. The spiciness adds an exciting kick, making each bite a delightful experience that leaves you craving more. It seems that peteh beans, which are a type of legume, are also quite beneficial for maintaining healthy kidney function. This is because they contain certain nutrients that support kidney health. Well, that's what I've heard from several health experts and nutritionists who have studied the effects of various foods on our organs. They often recommend including peteh beans in your diet for this reason. Whether that is really true, I don't know. Then I should actually look it up. Or if someone... Do you know? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think about this. And if you would like to see more dishes from me, then you can also follow me on Instagram. I am also there on Megarasa TV. You can check out the other dishes I make. And what I eat every day, what I cook for my husband and my children, well, then we will just wait for a moment until it becomes slightly a little bit drier. The taste is just right in any case. So the shrimp are ready. It smells super delicious. You can make it a bit drier now, but yes, I love it when there's a bit of sauce left over, you know? So that's what I like. It's really super delicious. I just enjoy eating it with rice. And yes, when you have the shrimp, I peel it, then I usually dip it in the sauce again, just a bit more. This dish is absolutely delicious, with a rich and complex flavor profile that is truly satisfying. As I gently turn it over, I am careful not to take the aromatic galangal and fragrant lime leaves with me, as they are essential to the dish's unique taste and aroma. Well, this is a delicious one. My spicy shrimp sambal with Peteh beans. Are you going to try this? Let me know. And well, I'm going to enjoy this now with white rice. Delicious. Once again, thank you, dear neighbor Marijn. And if you ever come by the neighborhood of Bankastraat in The Hague, check it out, because his beautiful fish shop is there. Yes, he has very nice products there. And yes, I will put all the info downstairs and they can check it out. And yes, I'm just going to enjoy it now. So if you haven't subscribed yet, shame on you. Click on the bell, then you'll know when I post this. I'm going to make those kinds of things. And for now, until the next video, and thank you for watching. Bye.